So the holozoic nutrition means what? It involves the 5 basic steps. Okay, so let me write for you. See, number 1, in first step, intake of food takes place. Intake of food takes place. Okay, intake of food. This is also called as ingestion. It is also called as ingestion. Then in second step, once the food is intake by the organism, it starts digestion. So next step will be digestion. After digestion, nutrition have to be absorbed from the digested food. So absorption of nutrition takes place. Absorption of nutrients. And after absorption of nutrition, these nutrients have to be transported all over the body in order to required energy or to other purpose also. So this process is called as assimilation. It's called as assimilation. And last step is excretion, which is nothing but the removal of the waste material out from the body. It's called as excretion. And it is also called as egestion. Okay? So these all the processes comes in the holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay, beta?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So amoeba feeds upon the holozoic mode of nutrition. It engulfs the food particle using the pseudopodia. Okay. See here, if we'll check the diagram here, the two side, okay, two part of, see, this is the food particle. This is food particle, and these two part which are called as pseudopodia. Okay, they changes their shape according to the food particle, and they cover the food particle. Okay, and ultimately that food is get engulfed inside the cell of the amoeba. Okay, in this process amoeba engulf, or we can say the intake of food takes place. Okay, wait a second. So this is the first stage in case of amoeba, which is nothing but intake of food. Then, see, by using pseudopodia, this process is called as phagocytosis. You have to remember this name. Let me highlight this. Phagocytosis. Phagocytosis means the engulf of food with the help of pseudopodia. Okay. Engulf means to intake of food particles using pseudopodia. This process is called as phagocytosis. This process is called as what? Phagocytosis. Okay, beta? Next, the engulfed food get enclosed in the food vacuole. Okay, that food is enclosed in a vacuole inside the body of amoeba. Then, as the food vacuole passes through the cytoplasm, digestion, absorption, and assimilation takes place. Okay, suppose this is the body, this is a cell of amoeba. Okay, this is a cell of amoeba. Once the food is get intake by the amoeba, here nucleus is present, so this food is being absorbed during the motion of the food or vacuoles inside the amoeboid cell. The food from food nutritions are being absorbed. Okay, so here it is given that the food vacuole passes through the food vacuole passes through the cytoplasm. Digestion, absorption, and assimilation takes place. All these three processes take place simultaneously. Okay, here when the food vacuoles open, the outside digestion of sorry, egestion of undigested food takes place. Okay, so that vacuoles enter in this side and it passes through the cytoplasm, and then it is again get removed out from the body. Okay, so when that food removed out from the body is called as egestion, which is nothing but excretion. Okay, and here the food is being intake is called as phagocytosis in case of amoeba. So here intake of food takes place, step number 1. Here all the three processes, which one? Digestion, absorption and assimilation takes place. Here three steps takes place simultaneously, and last but not the least, that residue of the undigested food is removed out from the body is nothing but our fourth step. First, second, third, fourth, it is the fifth step. Okay, here three step means 2, 3 and 4. Second, third and fourth, three steps are takes place here, and here is the last step, which is the fifth step of the process of holozoic nutrition. Okay, beta. So this is the way how amoeba takes food, absorb, assimilate, and absorption, digestion, absorption, and assimilation of food takes place during the process, and then the waste material formed during the process, which is removed out from the body. This process is called as egestion. So as we can see here, in case of amoeba, the holozoic process is very simple, because amoeba is a unicellular organism and have to perform all the life processes by the one cell only. That's why in amoeba or in any other unicellular organism, the holozoic process is very simple. Okay, but as the complexity of organism increases, that process becomes more complex. Okay, so now we will discuss about the nutrition in paramecium. So paramecium also exhibit the holozoic nutrition. So paramecium also performs the holozoic mode of nutrition. However, they have cilia. See, in case of amoeba we had pseudopodia, but in case of paramecium we have cilia that helps them to engulf the food through the oral grooves. See, this part is called as oral grooves. Okay. Next, the food vacuoles is created enclosing the food. Okay, and the food, see here, that food is nothing but it is the nucleus. It is the nucleus. Okay, see here all the names are given here. First, second, third, according to the number you can name also. Okay, so here the food vacuoles is created enclosing the food. It moves through the cytoplasm and process is called as cyclosis. So see, this process is called as, in case of paramecium, is called as cyclosis. So what is cyclosis? When food is get engulfed with the help of cilia inside the cell of paramecium, it passes through the cytoplasm. It passes through the cytoplasm. This process is called as cyclosis. It's called as cyclosis. Food and then digested in the food vacuoles. It absorbed by the cytoplasm. And when the food is get break down to simpler form or which is digested, then the nutrients are absorbed by the cell only. Okay, and undigested food is given out through the tiny pore called anal pore or cytophagy. Okay, so here we have the sixth one, fifth one, where it is fifth, this one. Okay, so this, the waste material is get again removed out from the body. Okay, so this is the process of holozoic nutrition in case of paramecium. Okay, so I want you to take a screenshot for this part, and you had to go through it all the points one twice so that you will understand clearly. Okay, so now take a screenshot. Done, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we will discuss about in detail nutrition in human being. Okay, it is very, very important. So till here, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So nutrition in human being. See, as we have seen in case of paramecium and amoeba, they are very simple organism, is it? That's why they perform all the life processes by the single cell only. That's why they are, all the processes, they are very, very simple. But as complexity of organism increases, then the, all the complexity of process also increases. Okay, so they, the same process, which one, the nutrition process is different in higher, the way of, flow chart will be the same, but the system will become more complex. That's why the process becomes more complex. So humans are omnivores, is it or not? We are omnivores because we depends on plants as well as animal for our food. That's why we are omnivores. They eat plant based food, so we generally eat plant based food as well as animal based food, like we are eating egg, chicken, meat, okay, fish. All these are the animal based food. So being more complex, see, our body is very, very complex. So human have a very complicated nutrient system. So nutrient system in complex organism is also complex. The digestive system has an alimentary canal. See, in our digestive system, we have alimentary canal and associated with the digestive gland, which join together to nourish the body. Okay, and all this, the gland come together in order to nourish the body. Okay, we will discuss this all the processes one by one, don't worry. The 5 stages of human nutrition are is ingestion, again the same that we had already been discussed, digestion, then absorption, assimilation, and digestion of the food. 4 stage, that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, and digestion, takes place in alimentary canal, while assimilation, see, assimilation is nothing but once the nutrients are being absorbed, they have to be transported to other part where energy is going to produce with the help of nutrients. So they are transporting inside the body. Okay, that's why here it is written as digestion, ingestion, digestion, absorption, and digestion takes place in alimentary canal, while assimilation of the food takes place in the whole body, because nutrients have to be transported all over the body in order to produce energy. Okay, beta. So any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Okay. See, we will discuss first about how the process takes place in case of human being. See, okay, this is the human being and this is the mouth region. Okay, so mouth region, okay, it is the esophagus. Okay, and it start its end on the J-shaped stomach. Okay, it is stomach. After stomach, okay, the stomachs open into the small intestine, and small intestine is very highly coiled. It is very and highly coiled. Okay, then small intestine opens into the large intestine. So this is the large intestine. And ultimately the long, see, this small intestine are very long as compared to the large intestine. I think somebody is in waiting room. Teja. Okay. And finally, that large intestine opens into the rectum. That open into the rectum. Okay. So here, see, the alimentary canal starts from the mouth and ends on the anus. It is rectum. It is large intestine. It is small intestine. Okay. And it is stomach. Here liver is also present. Okay. This is a liver. Liver contain outside it's one different organism, part which is called as gallbladder, and it is liver. Liver is the largest gland of our body. Okay. See what happens generally once. See, do we used to eat uncooked food? No, we are having every day the cooked food only. What happens when the complex food is cooked? The complex food becomes break down into the simpler form. Simple form. Okay. And after cooking of the food, that food is get intake by the organism. Okay, like human being. So this process is called as ingestion. Okay, so here why we are cooking the food? Because the food contain cellulose. If it is plant based, then the food contains cellulose, and cellulose is not being digested by the human being. Okay, cellulose, like we have animals, they can easily digest cellulose, but human beings not. Okay, so what happens here? So once food is taken inside the mouth, it is being churned. Okay, it is being churned means again it is breakdown into simpler form with the help of teeth. And in on the beneath, or we can say on the base of the tongue, there is one gland is present called salivary gland. Called salivary gland. It is just beneath or beneath the tongue. Okay, so where you know uh, that salivary gland, it secretes the salivary amylase. It is nothing but one of the enzyme. Okay, that salivary amylase helps us to digest the food. That means the digestion of food takes place from the mouth itself. Okay, digestion process start from the mouth itself. Okay, where that food is then passes a swell and that passes through the esophagus. See what happens here. Suppose food is reached over here. So the muscles above that region get contracted. Okay. And the muscles below the food particle get relaxed. So here relaxation takes place. Okay. So due to the contraction and relaxation of the esophagus, food is pushed from esophagus to the stomach. Okay, and this process of the passage of food by the contraction and relaxation is called as, see how food is passed. See, when once you swell the food till here only. Okay, suppose this is the alimentary canal and food is over here. So here the muscles will get contract. Okay, when muscles will get contract, that and the muscles here get relaxed. So due to the relaxation and contraction of muscle, food is passes through the, see from here, food is passes through the esophagus. That passage of food or movement of food in esophagus is called as peristaltic movement. Okay. Now next, once the food is reaches to the stomach, see here there are three important points they work there. Okay. So see, inner lining of the wall of the stomach, which is get covered by the mucus, which get covered by the mucus, and here HCl, hydrochloric acid, is secreted. Okay. So due to the secretion of HCl, okay, here acidic medium takes creates in the stomach. So we can say the stomach contain acidic medium, acidic medium. Okay. So that what is the role of mucus here? Mucus generally prevents the action of acid on the wall of stomach. So it is again a very important that we have to remember. What is the role of mucus? Mucus protects the inner soft lining of the stomach. Okay. This process is nothing but very very important, we can say. Okay. For the passage of food. See here, when the food is becomes acidic, here due to the action of acid, digestive enzymes they get activated. See, due to the acidic medium, what happens in acidic medium? The digestive enzyme they becomes more activated and helps in digestion of food, and after the digestion process of stomach completed, that food is pushed into the small intestine, and in small intestine, the inner lining of the intestine, it contains the finger like projection like this. Okay. And in this finger like structure, there are some microvilli are present. There are microvilli are present on the outer surface of the villi, and this microvilli helps in absorption of nutrition when food is passes through the stomach. Okay. So we can say when food is passes through the stomach, okay, there are many life processes, or we can say the biochemical processes are being performed. Okay. So once the food absorption of nutrition takes place in small intestine, that food is then supplied over the large intestine. So in large intestine, what happens? There is no digestive process takes place in large intestine. Only if there is need of water and salt in organism's body, then the water and salt is being absorbed. Okay. And once the absorption process of food takes place, then that residue and undigested food get stored in the rectum. Okay. And stored in the rectum, and whenever there is a filling of stool, that that waste material is removed out from the body through the anal cavity. Okay. So this is the process how digestion takes place in human body. Okay, beta, any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Okay. So what is the process starting? See, the digestion process start from the mouth itself. Then from mouth to esophagus, it is the passage of food. And from esophagus, food is passed through the esophagus to the stomach with the help of peristaltic or peristaltic, yes, movement, which is nothing but due to the contraction and relaxation of muscles. When food reaches to the stomach, okay, where HCl, which is hydrochloric acid, is secreted due to the action of HCl, digestive enzyme get activated and they help in digestion. And the mucus plays very important role here. It protects the acidic action of the HCl with the inner lining wall of the stomach. That's why inner lining wall of the stomach get covered with the help of mucus, and it get protected. Okay. After the digestion process of the stomach completes, the food is supplied on the small intestine. See, in when the small intestine, when food is passes or supplied to the small intestine from liver. See, liver, the largest gland of our body, and it secretes the digestive juice, and which is supplied on in small intestine with the help of duct called common duct. Okay, why common duct? Because that duct is directly coming from the liver as well as from the gallbladder also. That's why it is called as common duct. So what is the role of bile juice which is secreted by the liver? Liver secretes bile juice. So bile juice is very alkaline in nature, and it may, see, in stomach food was acidic in nature. If that food will enter into the small intestine, the inner lining of wall of small intestine will get rupture. Okay, that's why in order to protect the small intestine by the action of acid, liver supplies bile juice in small intestine. Okay, and the food and that condition of the food will changes from acidic to basic. And in basic medium, nutrients are being absorbed easily in small intestine with the help of villi. Okay, so villi contain microvilli, we can say, on the, see, we already been gone through the structure. These are nothing but the finger like projection called villi. So in villi here, microvilli are also present, and these villi are responsible for the absorption of nutrients. Okay, and once the absorption of nutrient takes place in small intestine, that food is supplied to the large intestine. So in large intestine there is no digestion process takes place. Only if there is need for water and salt to the body, it absorbs salt and water only for the body. Okay, and then the waste product is deposited in the rectum, and time to time it is being removed out from the body. So this is how the digestion process takes place in case of human being. Okay, beta?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we have 4 minutes left to complete our first session. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect, then we will reconnect once more. Okay, because we have only 4 minutes now, 3 minutes and some. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect because in this time we can't complete the session. That's why we had to switch on the next section. So I'm going to disconnect, then we will reconnect. Okay, then we will get more time for the discussion. Okay. I want you to all join within a minute, huh?